Welchpool factory fire was caused by electric vehicle. The fire originated from an electric vehicle, which then spread to a commercial property in Buttington. Oh, that's an unfortunate name. Welchpool. Crews from 5 Powys fire stations were called out to a fire in the early hours of Saturday morning, May the 31st, which saw an electric vehicle catch fire and spread to a nearby factory in Welchpool. Mid and West Wales Fire and Rescue Service crews from Welchpool, Montgomery, Landfair. Why do these fires never occur in like Preston or Blackpool? Landfilling and Newtown fire stations were called to the incident in Buttington. Is this a wind-up? The Powys crews were assisted by Shropshire Fire and Rescue Service. At 1:09 a.m. on Saturday, May the 31st, crews responded to a fire involving one electric vehicle, said spokesperson. The fire had spread to a nearby commercial property, measuring approximately 10 metres by 10 metres. The crews utilised one vehicle fire blanket, 4 breathing apparatus sets, 1 main jet, 2 hose reel jets, and established a water shuttle system to extinguish the fire. The vehicle was severely damaged by fire, and heat damage was caused to the commercial property. Crews left the scene at 3:16. So what's that, about 2 hours? A post on the Oswestry Fire Station Facebook page confirmed the incident, with footage captured of the firefighters dealing with the incident. The fire originated from an electric car fire, which then spread to the side of a neighbouring factory building. Shrewsbury Aerial Ladder Platform also joined the incident to assist with checking the roof space for hotspots. EVs don't set on fire. When was the last time you heard of an ice car setting a factory on fire next door?
Four die in apartment block Escooter Fire. Fierce blaze like a scene of war as experts renew warnings over danger of battery-powered vehicles. 8th of June 2025. The first responders described a scene of war, literally, as the building's residents were fleeing the scene in disarray, said Francois Schneider, the Rhymes public prosecutor, on Saturday. Lithium batteries that power e-scooters can catch fire if they have been improperly manufactured, overheat or are damaged. It took 62 firefighters more than 3 hours to extinguish the blade, said Mr. Snyder. The boy's stepfather survived but suffered serious burns. On the top floor, an 87-year-old woman and her 59-year-old son died from smoke inhalation. Fires caused by this type of battery are extremely difficult to extinguish, since the cells tend to self-sustain when they burn, which explains the violence and speed with which the fire spreads, he added. One resident of the block, named only as Pfizer, told the local radio station she and her family narrowly escaped after hearing screams and seeing smoke everywhere. She said they had to leave everything behind as they fled. The flames took over the building so quickly, we didn't have time. We went downstairs and went straight out with the children, she said. Pfizer said she was friends with the mother of the 2 boys who died, who was away on a visit to French Guiana with her newborn baby girl. She added that she had seen the body of the boy who jumped lying on the ground. His feet were broken, he was burned, she said. His eyes were closed. I could see that he no longer felt the pain. You could see that he was no longer there. He wasn't moving, he wasn't speaking, his eyes were closed. Exploding e-scooters. How battery fires start. Poor quality, collisions or improper charging can damage the battery. Thermal runaway. Temperature of the failing cell soars to enter an uncontrollable self-heating state. Thermal propagation. Heat spreads to other cells in the battery pack, causing explosions and venting of flammable and toxic gases. Serious consequences. Fire spreads to surroundings. Released gases such as hydrofluoric acid can cause cardiac arrest and severe burns. Since January, battery-powered electric scooters have caused at least 50 fires across France. The number of related fires has increased sixfold in France between 2017 to 2024, according to French insurer MAIF. Fire safety experts remind users to follow manufacturer guidelines and to never overcharge devices, nor to charge them unattended while sleeping or away from home. Batteries should also be charged far from heat sources and emergency exits. Batteries showing signs of swelling, leaking or any other defects should be replaced immediately.
1st of June 2025. Are electric cars in Spain catching fire and affecting public trust? Electric cars have been touted as the new gold standard of the next generation vehicles for many years. The green future of transportation is quiet, efficient and emission free. So what is not to love? Well, in 2025, the EVs are sparking more than just excitement in the coastal town of Calpe. The officials have made headlines after cancelling their electric vehicle lease. The decision was made due to a municipal EV caught on fire while charging in public. It wasn't an isolated case. Firefighters in Madrid have responded to several EV-related fires in recent months. The push for cleaner mobility remains alive and is heavily backed by the EU. Is Calpe setting a precedent for a real roadblock to Spain's green transition? Calpe responds. In April 2025, in the coastal town of Calpe, Alicante province, it has made a bold decision to end its electric vehicle leases with a major manufacturer and return to petrol or diesel powered cars. What was the trigger? It was a municipal electric vehicle that caught fire while charging in a public street.
A municipal vehicle was engulfed in a terrifying fire in the heart of Calpe. Be careful, smoke is coming out. And it was coming out. That intensely black smoke turned into a terrifying fire that engulfed a municipal vehicle. The cause is unknown. Flames engulfed the electric car, which was charging in front of the town hall. The council is renting it. Local police units were dispatched to the scene and, according to initial reports, moved other vehicles to the side to prevent the flames from spreading. They heard explosions. Firefighters from the Benicia unit arrived and brought the blaze under control. The area, in the heart of Calpe, had to be cordoned off. There was tremendous excitement. Life in such a central location came to a halt. All this happened around 7:30 a.m. yesterday, Tuesday, April the 29th, 2025.
Alarming local officials and prompting an immediate response. Calpe's mayor was speaking on Cadena SER and stated that the risk, whether mechanical or perceived, was not worth the hassle. Green hydrogen might be on the table, but a step back from EV infrastructure. While the Calpe fire caught attention, it was not the first nor the last. In the previous few months, it has responded to 4 electric car fires in April 2025. A tragic event occurred in an underground garage in Alcaron, Madrid. That was the Porsche Taycan. 2 firefighters lost their lives and 15 people were injured. The investigation revealed that the fire originated from an electric Porsche Taycan that caught fire after colliding with a parked vehicle. Each of these fires required extensive resources to control. Unlike petrol cars, EV fires can burn hotter, longer and often reignite. It requires specialist equipment that many, including small towns, do not yet possess. May 31st, electric vehicle explosion causes significant traffic delays in Abbotsford. The incident happened in or near the parking lot of Costco on Sumas Way, where Abbotsford Fire Rescue Service was called to the blaze May 31st. Police were dispatched to the scene at 1:24 p.m. following reports of an electric vehicle explosion. Fortunately, no injuries have been reported. The fire in Spain never happens in the UK. Porsche halts sale of EV over battery fire fears. Porsche has ordered dealers to stop selling one of its electric models amid fears that the car will catch fire. The first generation Taycan, a model blighted by a string of safety malfunctions since its launch 6 years ago, has been taken off the market. It's understood Porsche fears a batch of the high-end sports cars have a fault within their battery packs. Electric car fires in the UK have increased by 77% between 2022 and 2024. Figures from the QBE insurance suggest, with fire brigades called out to 232 incidents last year. The Taycan, which was Porsche's first mass-produced electric vehicle, has been subject to a dozen safety recalls in the past 4 years, including brake, suspension and welding defects. Orders to halt sales last week are understood to relate to a previous recall issued in November by the Driver and Vehicle Standards Agency. The gremlin involves a potential short circuit within the Taycan's battery, which could lead to a thermal event and later to a fire in the vehicle. Porsche wrote to its official used car dealers ordering them to immediately take a number of the affected Taycan models off sale, according to Car Dealer magazine. A Porsche spokesman said enhanced battery monitoring software is anticipated to become available for first generation Taycan models towards the end of June. With its imminent arrival, we've advised our retail partners not to sell a small specific batch of first generation Taycan models until the software update is live. In September 2023, a £200,000 Taycan was reported to have burst into flames in the middle of a busy street in the city of Chongqing, southwestern China. Global sales of the troublesome model plummeted 49% last year, a slump the German manufacturer blamed on the Taycan's mid-cycle facelift and a slower than planned electric uptake. UK owners impacted by the latest fire safety issue have been sent letters detailing the problem. A letter seen by the Telegraph states cases have come to light in which a short circuit within the high voltage battery has occurred, subsequently causing the vehicle to catch fire. I'm no rocket scientist, but I don't know about you, but new software will not correct a short circuit in a battery. What does it say? The gremlin involves potential short circuit within the Taycan's battery, which could lead to thermal events and later to a fire in the vehicle. It just gets worse and worse for electric vehicles. You know, it's like anything where they try and push things out too fast. But it doesn't happen very often in the UK, Baz. You know, you keep going on. We point to some things that happen in the UK. Because for some reason, people think they only happen all over the world, but not in the UK. Things only set on fire in other parts of the world. Do they, or are they just only reported? I mean, let's face it, there's a car transporting ship which is still ablaze in the Pacific Ocean. It was reported that the fire came from the deck where the EVs were. Who knows these days? I don't know. But that's what the report said. I do know that in any event, if there's EVs on there, it will be a whole lot worse to get under control. What's this one? 16th of May 2025. Fires caused by an electric vehicle continue to rise in London, with the number of incidents caused by electric bikes, cars and scooters showing a sharp increase since the same period last year. The latest figures released by the London Fire Brigade, who reported that they attended an average of one e-bike or e-scooter incident every other day in 2024, show that the number of fires caused by electric cars, bikes and scooters in January and February 2025 was 57, up 39% from the same period last year. Now 39%, that's an interesting figure because 39% is exactly how much Cinch's EV's sales were up. You know, it's so funny because guess what is in today's non-runners sale? Renault Zoe here, 20,048 miles, 5 owners. Next one will be the 6th. No battery report because it's a non-runner. Additional information. Non-runner, multiple electric faults. Multiple. Don't say what it is. But, well, look at that. It's a Cinch non-runner. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.